Let's talk about the economy first of all. The Chinese Communist Party has obviously had central planning and decisions for the economy for a long time now. China's been accelerating in growth, not just here, but around the world. The Silk and Road Initiative connecting to numerous different countries around the world. But now there seems to be a lot of issue with the Chinese economy, especially in real estate. What's going on?
Well, Steve, like first of all, like the CCP, I want to say is not China or Chinese people. You're absolutely right. Like the world needs China, needs Chinese people, but like CCP has been enslaving the Chinese people for so long, over 70 years, and they're faking everything. Right, especially like right now after the 2-year, zero COVID policy, and Xi took over the power after he changed the constitution, and now like the whole thing is going to be exposed. And everything's crumbling. For example, like you mentioned, real estate sector. The real estate sector accounts for like 35% of the whole GDP, and also it worth like $100 trillion. That's like 6 to 7 times of the GDP itself, right? And then most importantly, they fake the data, they fake the statistics. The kleptocrats, the prince lines, the people who actually, just a few families control the CCP, control the whole China, all the resources. They've been stealing Chinese people's money all the time. They fake the paper, they fake the data, and then they actually already brought lots of good assets to their own pockets, like overseas. Now only like debts is left in China, in mainland. And the problem now is like there's no consumers, like after this COVID lockdown and mandates, and then every Chinese people has been has started to realize like this is a totalitarian regime they don't want to continue to work for and contribute to the GDP. And now like everything's collapsing. Just 2 weeks ago, like Evergrande,
let me jump in there, Roy. Let me jump in there because right now the American economy, we keep being told how great it is, and Joe Biden continues to be, frankly, soft on China and the Chinese Communist Party. Well, a lot of the ills that could face America, potential recession, we've had high inflation, high interest rates, more interest rate increases coming from the Fed very soon. We've got a real estate bubble here in America that could certainly pop like it did back in 2008 and 9. We could see that again. How closely tied? This is a question that I think people need to understand, Roy. How closely tied is that real estate collapse in China? If it really falls, if the bottom falls out, what is the impact here and globally to the economies of the world?
Well, I think we believe that this impact will be so big that we cannot really endure. It's going to be worse than 08. Because remember, like the United States still have like $7 trillion invested in the CCP. And now, like if the tension between US and China, the CCP, let's say, reach to some point, President Xi would like deliberately like just burst the bubble and cause a global, financial crisis. And that would be his opportunity. That's what totalitarian like do, right? Because he would think, okay, this is my time. I have already controlled like half the population of the whole world through BRICS, through the internationalization of RMB, and then he would just confiscate the $7 trillion and create a huge like financial crisis never seen before, and that would be his moment to take over Taiwan. That would be his moment to wage war against the West, and he's already started to do that through releasing the CCP virus and having this vaccines and infiltrate into
and also